Arturo Dark Knight. He's one of our best listeners.
Oh, UV.
UV? Did you just say UV?
Why is there a chicken in my parking lot?
Hey, welcome back. It's Hump Day. Time for some RC love in the Star Wars Galaxy Heroes community. I'm Ranger J 1999, your host and part of the RC crew. It's Wednesday. It's time for the longest running live stream in the Galaxy Heroes community where we break down the news and notes of all the Star Wars Galaxy Heroes and news. If you don't know me, I'm Ranger J 1999, your RC leader and focused fire person that will keep you on track, everything. I saw Rich, you're out there. Nathaniel Merck said the Cubs is better. Sorry, Nathaniel Morgan, but he's just trolling. I just know what he's doing. Nobody loves Cubs. Great. But yes, glad to have you guys here. I'm excited. It's Wednesday. Let's do this. We got some of your favorites here. We're gonna have some fun. It's time to knock this crap out. Not a lot to cover tonight, but that's okay. We're here to do what we do best, and that is bring you the news, give you our opinions, tell you what it's all about. If you have questions, go ahead and get your questions in. It's just me mainly handling everything today. By me mainly, I mean just me. So if you have questions, make sure you put a question for your statement, and we'll go ahead and knock that out. But let's introduce everybody here, then I'll knock out the mechanisms, and we'll start getting ready to do this. And let's have some fun, guys. That's what it's all about, man. RSG, we have fun here. Let's have fun, have a good time. Just hanging out with our friends, people care about, just talk about Galaxy Heroes. So that being said, let's introduce who's here. I think Dr. Finn is here.
Hi.
Hi, Dr. Finn. You're having all kind of computer troubles, aren't you, buddy?
I am.
That's right. And I'm so happy because he can't sing. He can't do a lot of his ridiculous stuff. It's been so. But Dr.
I can do all the ridiculous stuff, just no one can see me.
Mm-hmm. And I can still mute you.
Yeah, I know.
So, also join us, the lightsaber builder himself, the sexy Buddha, Sir Loki, the lightsaber builder.
What up?
What's going on?
How are you?
What's up, Big Pimpin'? Why are you talking like this?
I'm doing good.
You're doing good, man. What's up, man?
Good.
Yeah, you're just chilling.
I'm doing real good.
No, let's stop talking like that. You're gonna make people freak out. What do you think, you're Kylo Ren? Oh, we just had a donation. JV420 donated $5. He said, RSG is the best Star Wars Galaxy Heroes streamers. Thank you very much, JV420, for the kind words.
Thank you.
And you can see, look at that. The Poop-filled Baby Rangers are filling the cup. So that brings me to this. We've got the Cup of Plenty. And if you would like to donate, you can through I'm losing my damn mind, through Super Chat. And if you would like to donate, please do. $3 or less gets you some porgs. $3.01 to $20 exactly gets you what you just saw. The infamous poop-filled, craptacular, diaper exploding baby rangers. They're very heavy, and they will fly in there and usually clear out a lot of the contents. And then on top of that, we've got $20.01 or more gets you the Yodeling Pickle Explosion, where the Yodeling Pickle sounds off, pickles fly everywhere, and then 3 humongous giant pickles land in the cup, launch everything in the cup everywhere. It's fantastic. So that's set up for you guys. Make sure you guys stop what you're doing and give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Follow us on Twitch. We're live on Facebook right now, aren't we, Finn? Finn doesn't know anything.
Are we? I don't know. Did you turn it on?
Yes, Finn, I did.
I am unable to monitor anything.
That's
Why do you
because you suck.
Yeah.
Oh, we just had another donation. Wow, Elliot Worsfold donated $10 Canadian. He said, keep up the great work, RSG. You're damn right we will. No one keeps it real. Nobody keeps it more real than RSG. We tell you how it is.
That's right. Keep donating and help Finn get a computer.
You're not getting a computer? Dr. Finn. Get Ranger some, like, hat or something. I don't know. Maybe a pizza, some girls. I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there. She normally does. Now, I set it up. It should be streaming live on the Facebook page. So if somebody can let me know. I've got 900 windows open up at the moment, so I can't see. And she should be along soon, I hope. She's been really busy. Just back from her vacation. You know how that is. So hopefully the lovely T. McVenom can be here. We miss her. So I know I really wish I had Hookers and Blow Fun, but being the guy that I am for you guys, everything goes back into the stream. Better equipment, better streaming stuff, better internet, buying stuff in the game. That's what it's all about. Someday I'll have that, and then the Hookers and Blow. So there we go. But if you'd like to donate in a super chat, please do. It's always appreciated. I think that's about it. Not much more going on. I mean, we're going to go until we're done. Usually we get done about 10, but by that time ERS has already started, so that potato head will be going. So we love ERS, so we'll kind of at the end here for everybody. Once we're done here, I'll send you guys right before his stream start. Well, we'll wait till it starts, and then I'll like raid time. Everybody will run over and say, Finity said you suck. That's what's going to be our message today when we send everybody over there. We're going to do a raid. Everybody will go there and just say, Finity said you suck. Do you think that'll work? I think. Give me a thumbs up or thumbs down.
No,
if you like
ERS
that.
will never believe that I said that.
I think he will, especially with all the proof we're about to have with all these people saying, yeah, I heard it. Finn said you suck. All right, so there we go. There we go. It's just me, little old me, Ranger J, 1999, do what I do. So let us get into the stream. Thank you very much. We will begin by doing our shout out word of the day. Now, Finn, being that he has computer problems, I will take it upon myself as the co facto dumb leader of RSG, and that's not saying much because I do have brain damage. Finn, I think we can all agree. We all have Facebook. We all have brain damage, but I have it's just as much as everybody. Would you agree with that?
I don't know. I'm pretty up there.
Yeah, you do too. Loki's doesn't. See, I think Loki doesn't. Thank God, because he's the cool one. Loki is just that cool pimp that you just need to make your whole crew work. So that being said, we're gonna do what we do best. So we're gonna start off with the word of the day, and he was on the artwork for us. So the word of the day is Watto. Simple enough. You know, he's everywhere. When you donate, Streamlabs pops up. Now, Finn, I was going to ask you, can we change that from Watto to something else, or?
Yeah, that we have control of.
Can we do like a Darth Revan thing or something cool, or?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
we can.
Yeah, let's do something like that. Yeah. So, put Watto in there, and we'll make sure to shout out your name. Now, we also have. So go ahead and get those in. I will scoop those up. Make sure you spell it Watto. Watto. If you don't spell it like that, I'm not going to scoop it up. And there you go. Well, we know Maz did. She just did $10. She said, Watto. And it makes no difference. There it comes. Maz Kanata with her $10 donation. Finn, those poop-filled baby rangers are starting to fill the cup. We got 3 more incoming. Like bombs from a Super Fortress B 26 bomber, World War II. Look at that. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Starting to fill the cup. The cup needed to runneth over. So if you'd like your name shouted out, please go ahead and put Watto into the chat. I will scoop up the names here in a second after I go through Patreons. But before we do the Patreon names, we need to do the Twitter question of the day. Are you able to read the Twitter question of the day, Finn, or do I need to read what you put here?
If you can, because I don't have... Actually, no, I have it up.
Okay, so Finn, what is the Twitter question of the day?
So we're going to talk about it a little bit more later, but EA, the Capital Games, is doing another Q&A. But they're doing it a little bit different this time that we'll talk about, where they're collecting questions from the community. But what we are pretty sure about is that the questions that they are ultimately going to pick are going to be the good ones. So the question is, the SWGOH devs from Capital Games are doing a Q&A. We will likely only see the good questions. But what do you think were some of the rejected questions we will never see?
That's right. I agree. That's a good one, Finn. You have your moments. Not many, but you do have them. All right. So we're getting those in. I would like to shout out the gold Patreons. I'm not going to do any voices tonight. I've got really bad allergies, guys. So if I do...
It's all the Patreons.
It's... What's that?
It's all the patrons.
It's all the Patreons. So I was going to do a voice, but I'm a little congested, and my allergies are just kicking me in the head today. So I'm just going to read the names, and I'll have fun with it. But so we've got Aliux, A-L-I-U-X. Alix? Is that how you say it? That's a new one. Alix 12. I would say Lux, but it's Aliux 12 with an I-U in there, or Alux 12. The spam lover himself, B. Matsu. My 19-kilo brother from the Army, Chaos 13. The one and only Chopper BZ. Clone Troop 211, Contingent 33. Our man from the D&D campaign, your Air Genasi half-elf wizard Corinth himself. Dangerfield. Darth Taflon. Darth Allen 0885. Darth Bob. Hey, Bob. Deadpool Kyle 28, and him, of course, shout out his lovely wife, Lady Pool. What was her her Sith name she liked to go by? You remember? She had another name she wanted to go by, but she couldn't get it. It'll come to me. Drewman 95, Aroc 123, Hogzilla, I Bong Hard. I wish. It Poops Bombs. That's what Baby Rangers do. Jai Jack Kana. The lovely Moss Kanata. We love Moss Kanata. Moss Mike, the lovely Ouchie Dumpling. Always glad to have Ouchie Girl on the channel. Ray Rock, Riverboy 12, the man, the myth, the legend, Rose Taco. Raveneta, he's in there. There he is. The Gingivitis man himself, Sanely Red, the man with no soul. My H-Town connection, Shadowville, Sith Lord, / Van Rhodes, Spaceman Tam, to Infinity and Beyond, Tallywhack, Tenebris, Latour, Walter Arnold, and Zarathustra. We love all you guys for being our Patreon sponsors. Thank you very much for all that you do. And now we're just going to have fun shouting out everybody in chat. And let's see what I can do. Let me change this to Watto and see what we get. Oh. All right, here we go. I'm going to have to expand this a little bit. I'm going to have to really expand the hell out of this. Really?
Where are you looking?
And Nightbot?
Okay.
So sad.
All right. So I am taking over. So I'll give you guys a little background on what the hell is happening. So Ranger's connection died. So hopefully he will be back. My setup is a 2 PC setup with a gaming computer and a streaming computer. And the streaming computer is fine, but the gaming computer is not. And so I am currently kind of working on half a stream setup, essentially. So my stream should be fine, but yeah, things are this is going to be kind of a ghetto setup here. So what you guys are going to hear is actually everyone on Zoom through my speakerphone. So we're kind of going that route right now. And just really quick, because you guys now all get kind of a sneak peek at this. This was supposed to be unveiled next week, which is the new skin that we are planning to work on. Now, I'm still in the progress of making it, so there's going to be some more little tweaks here, but you guys are seeing it kind of early because I was working on it, and then I lost internets, and then this happened. So, there you go. So, I think we still have in the call with us, I don't know, is Rose Taco still here, or did he leave? I think Rose left.
I think he's gone.
Okay, but we still have Loki. So say hi to the people's Loki.
Hello.
All right. So I did bring up the list of people that said Watto. So let me do the shout out to those of you guys that hung around. And yeah, essentially we are doing kind of the stream equivalent of tin cans right now. Just so you know, that we're doing these. I mean, literally, I have my speakerphone near my mic because I can't hold Zoom on my streaming on my gaming computer. So Loki is coming in through my phone to the mic. This is the tin can equivalent of streaming, but we will have a stream nonetheless. So shout out to everyone that said Watto. Now these aren't in alphabetical order, so bear with me. And I pulled this up right as Ranger was going to do it, so if you don't have a shout out, I apologize. I'll try and get to you guys later, but the issue is my computer doesn't have interwebs. And so such is the situation that we're in. So, shout out to DL Cool J, Doja-sun, Mark Garnett, Nathaniel Morgan, Drayton, Suicide Squad, Hogzilla, Stama Osbuff, DB, Dada Jordan, Vito Anto, Silverbolt, Jajak Kanna, Hogzilla, SWU Efrol Stern, Mayong, JVU 420, Rose Taco, Durgan, The Tor, What Else 73, Bad Rongo, Jason Hobby, Skywalker Vader, Felipe Minakuchi, Mas Kanada, Nev, Takedown Games, Xylo Takedown, Dialers Twi'lek Tactics, The Honkler, Durgan, Most Mike, John Moran, Walter Arnold, Atomic Fish, Hellenix, Blackbeard Premium, Dr. Feelgood, and Nathaniel Morgan. So, shout out to all of you guys. And yeah. So, I am going to try and see how much of my stream setup I can actually get going here. So, I'm going to try some stuff here to see if I can get it working so we can get some stuff going here. So let me see if I can get my webcam going. So Loki, if you're there, talk with the peoples. I have you on speaker so they can hear you. Or did Loki leave? I think Loki left.
No, man, I'm here. I'm not gonna leave you.
Okay, can you talk to the peoples for a little bit? I need like 1 minute to get myself really set up here so I can get my camera and stuff going. So if you want to keep people entertained for a minute.
Well, now you're gonna make me jump on another phone so I can look at the chat. But
No, you don't have to look at the chat. I just need 1 minute.
you need 1 minute, sure. Sorry, I gotta turn this freaking faucet off. I am
I told you, this is the most ghetto RSG stream ever. This is not the way it was intended. Ranger had everything set up. This is all just.
So I'm actually house sitting right now, right? So I had to go to my cousin's house, right, to let the dog out and all that stuff. And this is the one time like I didn't drive home because then I could have maybe picked up the stream on my thing. So yeah, I'm kind of like a sitting duck like you. So
Yeah. Well, I at least have my streaming computer is fine, so I can at least pick up a stream and keep a steady signal and all of that. So at least we have that. So I am going to try. Let me try this here. So let's see if this works. Okay, let me add you here. Boom! Okay, there we go. So now we have a little bit of camera going on. So again, you guys are seeing all the new stuff that we were planning on running here. So this is all the new skin and stuff, and we're probably not gonna be able to show the news clips on the stream this time because, well, yeah, I think you guys know the reason why. So we're just going to talk about it because I do know the agenda since I kind of put it together and I remember what we had. So let's talk about the first thing now that we got through all the shoutouts. And the first thing is the Grand Arena matchmaking. So there was a post about the matchmaking of Grand Arena. They were updating it. They mentioned that one of the biggest things is that people were getting matched up with people that kept a lean roster versus those that had kind of spread out and basically what we call fluffing. And the issue is that they do not want to encourage the practice of effectively not fluffing. And the reason for that is because they found that, and I think a lot of people are seeing that right now, which is that part of the issue with not fluffing is also that you don't play the game as well as you normally would. Meaning that you would normally do whatever you want. You might even put some of your thousands of pieces of low-level gear on your characters and play around with the gear 8 character in your light side hard nodes or your light side nodes, your dark side nodes, your galactic wars, whatever it is. You would be able to play some of your lower geared characters in these different areas where it wasn't really based on just competition, but actually fun, the PvE areas. What effectively Grand Arena did was it promoted the whole concept of making your roster lean, or not doing those gear A because it added unnecessary GP. And so what they wrote in that post is that they're going to be changing up the matchmaking in order to try and make it so that it's going to take into consideration how lean or how fluffy your roster is. And there's a lot of theories out there as to what they're going to do in order to do that. Now, part of the issue is that they're never going to tell us what the equation is. Because if they do tell us what the equation is, then everyone is going to be able to manipulate it, right? All you need to do is look at a formula, see what's weighted, what's not weighted, then you go towards whatever is weighted, and then you can make your roster stronger. Or if it's something that's not weighted but really important, then that might end up making your roster even better than somebody else. And so there's a lot of different ways that if you can see the full equation, you can actually manipulate it in order to get a better matchmaking. And so they're never going to release what Carrie has called in the past kind of the secret sauce of the matchmaking. But what they did say is that they are going to try and balance out the matchmaking so that leaner rosters are facing leaner rosters, fluffy rosters are going to be able to face more fluffy rosters. And that's kind of a good thing and a bad thing. I don't know what you think, Loki. I like it. I know that it's going to be more competition for a lot of people that had super lean rosters and were just running over people in Grand Arena. But I really like the idea of them taking into account the fluffiness or the leanness of a roster in order to make matchmaking. Within reason, of course. There are some things they can overdo it with. But what do you think about the overall changes?
I think it's a good idea. I'm skeptical, as well. You mentioned what's the how are they going to code that in? What are the checks? Are they going to look at 6-dot mods? Are they going to look at characters that are sitting there with activation signs, kind of flashing and all that? I mean, who knows? Time will tell. I mean, it sounds like they want to get that whole Super Grand Arena thing going. That's obviously one of the features of the game that they need to get going if they, because whenever they launch something like that, it's to generate revenue. So, I hope they get it right. I don't think they've ever gotten it right the first time go around, but who knows? I think it's a good thing. I'm still getting matched up with and I feel bad. I'm getting matched up with people without Darth Revan, right? And that's not right. And I'm at the 5.2 mil GP bracket. So there's guys out there at 5.2 mil GP bracket, and they don't even have Dark Revan yet, which is kind of strange to think about. But hopefully they look at those kinds of tunes. Like if you have a Galactic Empire, Republic team, and you have certain factions already unlocked, and gear 12.5, whatever. Hopefully they look at all that, but and again, hopefully they don't rush it. That's always a big thing, is they rush something and it doesn't work right.
Yeah. And sorry if you guys can't hear Loki. We're doing this over speakerphone right now, so it's not a mic issue. As I mentioned, God, this is so ghetto. I'm gonna hold you closer to the mic next time, Loki.
Yeah, they said I'm too soft and cuddly. Yeah.
Well, it's not wrong. I'm saying
I'm
it's
too
not
smooth.
God damn. All right. So yeah, but let me know, because I do want to make sure that you guys can hear both of us, and then I can talk a little bit quiet to try and make it so that our volumes match up. But I think you make a good point, though, especially about the mods, Loki. I think it is going to be important to make sure that whatever they use for the matchmaking is reasonable. And I think mods is always going to be tricky. If they decide to use mods, I think they're going to run into some potential issues. I'm not sure if mods is the best way. I don't know what you think is the best way. What I was thinking was that it would be based on gear. And I think by this time, the amount of Grand Arenas that they've had should be enough time for them to identify what are the average gears that people are using for their offense and their defense teams. And then basically use whatever the average gear is based on like the different GP levels as the cutoff for what you would otherwise consider a lower weight. So, for example, right now where I am, it's around like 4. I was pretty much fighting around 4.2 and stuff. I'm 4.5 now, but at that range, pretty much anything below gear 10 is almost useless, right? So gear 9s, gears 10s, or not 10s, gear 9, 8, 7s, and so on would be weighted less versus 10s, 11s, 12s, which would be weighted higher for me. But if you go down to lower GPs, I mean, sometimes gear 8s are like the be-all, end-all if you're down at like the really low, like just starting out in the hundreds of thousands, right? So I think I would just focus on gear more than anything else and not so much mods. But what would you want for the matchmaking?
Well, we all know mods is what it is, right? So I would personally like to see, and there's Discord bots now that can scout the other opponent, and it'll tell you how many 6 dot mods they got. It'll tell you how many offense plus 100 mods they got. It'll tell you how many 20 plus speed mods. There has to be a way to, I guess, do it that way. I'm not saying, ultimately it's all about the mods, but I mean, who wants to get matched up with somebody that's got 100, 20 plus speed mods, right? And those guys are out there already. There's a lot of people. I mean, there's a lot of newer players out there that just got lucky, hit the jackpot, and every single mod that they ever got and ever farmed proc 20 speed, right? So, I don't know. I mean, mods is obviously the big thing. I mean, gear 12 plus, 12.5 is another big one too. But, mods, and then there's like ships. I mean, the problem right now, right, is they're still using ships. Ships still gets it's in the formula, right? Somehow, because I'm noticing a lot with the guys that I'm matched up with. Even though I'm 5.2, 5.3, I don't have a lot of my ships maxed out. And I'm getting matched up with guys that with players that have maxed out ships. Like I don't have any of the Sith ships maxed out, and I'm noticing there's kind of like it's kind of lopsided, right? And not a lot of people use the Sith ships. So I think gear is the big one. I agree with you on gear. So maybe it's like mods and gear, and then you look at like ships, right? Like, I don't know, because ships kind of inflate the GP as well. So maybe that. And then again, maybe they can do something with factions. I think factions is a big one. Because I mean, why do I want to get matched up with somebody that has, all the Zetas on all the factions? Like, I mean, they have the full Galactic Republic team with like 5 Zetas on it, and all that. So I don't know.
Do you want them going that route? Because I think my fear is that if they start weighting characters, right, characters and factions, I think that, let's be honest, the devs may play the game in order to test it, but we can tell that they're not really, most of them are probably not really serious in this game, right? They're playing it to make sure that they understand the mechanics, and they play to just make sure, what I know they mentioned that it's limited testing, but still they're doing some testing in order to make sure there's not bugs and stuff, right? But do we trust them in order to try and weigh the different factions and try to provide them like particular weights when they're calculating this? Like the Sith Empire, like right now they're going to get a higher score, but do we want them weighing it so that if they do come out with a counter, then they always have to adjust it? Or is it better just to keep something simple with just gear in general? So if somebody does decide, and I know Ranger's talking about heading over to Urs later, but let's just suppose somebody did work on all of their Tuskens, right? Do we want to give them an advantage because they did Tuskens and have them at Gear 12 versus somebody else that only has like Gear 11 Jedi and now they're weighted equally or something like that?
Right. Yeah. No. You bring up a good point. I don't know. I mean, I guess the a question that comes to mind is, do you think the matchmaking right now is too simple? Right. I mean, you mentioned, should they keep it simple? Is it simple right now to where it's not working? Or, is like, do you think the current matchmaking right now, do you think it's an easy tweak to get where we as players want it? Or do you think it's going to be even more difficult? Right. I mean, that's just the question that comes up. When I think about this, I mean, how complicated can they go? How can they micromanage it? Is it good to micromanage it and look at mods and gear and factions and all? I mean, I don't know, but I mean, how do you satisfy or how do you fix this issue? Right. I think you're right on gear. I think you're spot on that. And again, I'm all about the mods, man. I mean, they got to look at mods, because I mean, I don't want to go up against somebody that has 140 speed on every single character that they put on defense. And those guys are out there already. I've seen it, and it's just not fun, because you can't take. I mean, you can take in what you think is the normal counter, and you just get blown away because every tune on that team now has plus 140 speed. And
I'll tell you what's simple is goddamn communist Comcast.
Hey, you look good though.
Welcome back, Ranger.
I'm just gonna beat the crap out of him, man. I'm at this point. I'm so sick of this.
Oh yeah, I think
I was going to, but I'm like, I gotta get. It came back up. I'm like, okay, well, we'll start streaming.
Well, you might get an operator in Bangladesh. That's the problem.
Oh no, I will ask for an American author so I can chew their ass out.
Yeah, but I think not knowing the formula is always something that's going to make it tricky, right? That's always something we're going to have to look at. Plus, again, we keep on... I don't disagree with you, Loki. I think factions should be a part of it, but I worry about how they're going to weight it. Same thing with mods, right? Like, offense, right now, speed is the easiest one to kind of just say, yeah, speed is going to be the most important one. But we're starting to see more characters relying on health, on offense, on protection. How do those get weighed against speeders? The only thing they're going to look at speed because they go first. So,
I mean, the crazy one I'm seeing now is, have you seen those? Like, well, I mean, I don't think you're matched up with anybody. It's got the 7-star Malik with like 320 speed, and it's got 170,000 combined health and protection. Like, those things are popping up now. How the hell do you beat that thing?
Yeah.
I mean, it's only going to get worse.
Mm-hmm.
I feel bad for the really big whale guys that just don't have the mods, and those are, Ranger and I were talking about it during the pre-stream. It's like the guys, and I'm in these rooms and guys are quitting just because they don't have the mods. And what I guess what I'm getting at is, hopefully this matchmaking, it pairs the guys that have the 140 speed mod sets on all their tunes. It pairs those guys together, right? Because then it's more fair. or you see the Maliks that have like 60% armor now, right? Those are popping up. I've seen them. It's crazy. You see the next with 200 tenacity. It's nuts. So I don't know. I know it's not an easy fix, and my I give a lot of credit to CG to see if they can somehow make it better. So I'm anxious to see it.
Well, mods is a disaster for this game. I'm just going to throw it out there. I'm seeing it more and more and more.
I don't think it's a disaster, but I think the biggest problem is that they mod cap. The fact that they mod cap makes it so that you can't just farm mods. Well, no, it is speeds, right? And the only way to get the speed is by volume. You need to get more mods in order to get more slices and try to get it higher. The problem is,
even if you do that, it's not a guarantee.
No, it's not. But the fact that they have a
game and not be able to get mods for people that before mods 2.0, and your point is still valid, and I've been preaching this to everybody because you made a significantly valid point. Before mods, all the slicing materials and things of that nature, you could just buy mods, slice them. It's a little bit more expensive from the credits, but compared to what we're having to deal with now with slicing, it's ridiculous. I do it every day on lunch stream.
Hold on. My internet is wavering.
Do you want me to take over?
If you're ready to take over, you can.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, I'm gonna.
All right. I've got it. There we go. Now we're back. Ranger taking over. Hey, sorry about that. We were kind of making a transition there. Hey, Darth microtransaction. What's going on? But yeah, it's really sad. I do mods every day. I go for speed mods, and you try to slice, and it's totally RNG based, and you have no idea what's going to happen. And if you don't have speed sets it really comes down to speed mods with speed secondaries. And if you don't have a ton of those in the 20s, you're hosed. And it's got to be God mods. It's what it comes down to. So with new players, and when we're doing these ROS reviews, I'm no matter where they're at, I look at their speed. Whether I'm doing mini ROS reviews or ROS reviews, it's like you need speed, and you got to just keep farming it. And it's like how many. I think I did the comparison today. I've done since I started doing it on the lunch stream for like forever long, and pretty much every day. That's 9 times. What's 9 times 5? 45, 50, 63 mods a week. Some of those are 3 and 4 dots. They're out of there. And then out of those I roll. I think out of all those, think about that. That's 300 mods, 400 or 500 mods. I've gotten 1 over 20 with the rolls, with slicing materials. That's outrageous. And that's what's really driving people away. It's one thing to have the characters. But then when you get the characters, you have no chance in hell of winning if you can't roll and get some kind of mod where you can have somewhat of a chance. This is not the Jedi Knight Revan meta where if you had Jedi Knight Revan, you could still win if you were slower. It's Darth Revan, and then when you get into the bigger picture of Grand Arena, if certain characters go first, it's ridiculous. And so, this has become Galaxy of Mods. It's become the game of mods. We spend so much time with mods than we do actually with the damn characters because we have to get our mods right. We have to change mods. We have to constantly do mods. It's ridiculous. This game shouldn't be this convoluted and complex for mods, and it shouldn't be that RNG based to where you have not a chance in hell of getting anything. I mean, think about that. I'm being very conservative on that estimate. Go back and watch every lunch stream for the last, 8 weeks. I've been doing speed mods every day. I've had 1 out of all those mods that I've sliced get over 20. That's a ridiculous, unacceptable, game-changing aspect of this game. Finn's right. Ever since 2.0, it's been crazy. I don't understand CG's logic in this. You can fix the matchmaking all you want. You can make it more even, which I hope they do. But I mean, at the end of the day, this is the biggest problem. characters are part of the problem, making them so OP that you can't do anything. But the other problem is mods. What the hell are we gonna do about mods? What's the solution? I mean, Loki, you're running to this. We're just, you mentioned we were talking about this before. I mean, you're frustrated, right? Because you have ridiculous mods, and you still can't compete.
It goes both ways, right? I mean, I've faced people in my bracket where they just have like crazy amount of mods. And I was like, wow, okay. And then I feel, I feel bad for the guys that have the same amount of GP as me. They put the same amount of time, blood, sweat, and tears, grinding out stuff, and they just have not so great mods. So, I talk to my GA opponents all the time. I message them, and a lot of them are just like, yeah, it kind of sucks that we got matched up. And I said, yeah, I mean, it shouldn't, going back to what Finn asked, it's like, what do they look for? It's like, I could have 5.2 mil GP. Somebody else has 5.2, but our rosters are completely different.
Yeah, I brought that up too.
It's not a good matchup.
No.
I guess what I'm saying is it's not a good matchup.
No.
I mean, I would totally be open to getting matched up with somebody with 4.6 mil GP, but the dude has like killer mods, right? That's
same level as you are, basically, with your characters and things of that nature you're talking about.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I don't know how they do something like that, but they have all that data already. That again, it scouts the opponent, right? So there's data out there that tracks the 6 dot mods, it tracks the 20 speed mods, it tracks the 15 speed, and all that. So can they use that to their advantage? Yeah, I think so. Is it easy to implement? I don't know. But that all that data is out there, and all I'm saying is I should get matched up with somebody with a decent amount of characters, right? The same kind of characters. Maybe I have a gear 10 cup and he has and his cup's not unlocked, but it doesn't matter, right? That's not a really good
not a good comparison
anyway,
right?
Yeah, it's not going to get used. But I'm saying that I think a good matchup would be like what Finn said, the gear. So obviously they can track gear, and then they can track mods, and then quality of mods, right? So
and which characters you have unlocked. And you make a great point. I mean, I've done it on lots of the GAs that I've covered. Some of the people that have even higher GPs than me should not be facing me in Grand Arena. They just shouldn't. They don't even have their Darth Revan, and then if you compare speed mods, it's like, the best 2 matches I've had in GA, it's been few and far between. And this last one was because I faced 2 guildies, and I know they know what's going on, but even then it's like, God. You look at some of these other people. I mean, it's pretty bad. It's not just affecting Arena. Arena is a dumpster fire, but Grand Arena.
Are you lagging again, Ranger?
No, I don't think so. I'm not getting in any kind of lag or anything.
Everyone's getting a circle right now. I'm getting a buffering.
That's not us. That's definitely not us. I'm in the green, brother.
What about the stream health? I'm checking right now.
I
think it's a YouTube thing.
Yeah, this isn't us. Stream is good. I'm checking Restream, and it's showing. I haven't seen anything, so that's got to be a YouTube thing. I'm not sure what the hell's going on there.
Yeah, I think it's a YouTube thing. I think YouTube just like crashed everyone. I'm having to like re-log in and stuff right now.
Yeah, so if you guys are having issues, this isn't us now. This is a YouTube thing. So if you get buffering, just refresh your page. That's all. Sorry, this is YouTube. This is not us. Audio delayed at Ranger. This is YouTube. That ain't us, man. I can tell you that right now because I'm looking at Restream, and Restream is coming in fine. I'm checking. YouTube says the health of the stream is green status. So yeah. Yeah, if it's signing you out, that's YouTube. That ain't us. First Comcast screws us, now YouTube is. Hey, welcome to Wednesday night stream. But yeah, I don't know where we at on the agenda. What are we are
the matchmaking. That's where you came in.
The questions or
no,
just general observations.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's segued into mods because do they
Number
use
7.
mods or gear to determine matchmaking? So I think we covered it. I mean, we'll see what happens.
Someone says it's the RSG Kung Fu movie. Maybe I
This
should be like,
is our most
good.
ghetto RSG live stream ever.
oh, it suck. Should I be the old guy like, please, come in, no problem. No, please. Master Loki, please. All right, so where do I need to go to next, Dr. Finn?
That would be number 8, which is the Newt Gunray stuff. If you
All
wanna read
right.
that.
Newt Gunray it is. All right, Newt Gunray. This is from the wonderful CG Salacious B. Crumb, and it says, hi, Holotable Heroes. I've seen some good questions around Newt Gunray's kit, so I've put together a short facts of the hottest topics. And time, the suffering of your people will persuade you to see our point of view. Newt Gunray. If that's not just ridiculous race, I don't know what it is. How does extortion work? Extortion is an ability that you grant to enemies that can choose to spend extortion during their turn to get rid of it. If they do, you gain profit. If they don't, Newt Kid has many ways to punish enemies. You deny his payment. When does the AI prioritize extortion? What about raid bosses? In most cases, the AI will use their other specialists first, then use extortion, and finally their basic. So it's fairly easy to predict when the computer player will use it. Raid bosses handle this the same way that other units do, but raid bosses are, of course, immune to healing. You can extort raid bosses, and if the AI would choose to use its basic ability, it will instead use extortion. This helps slow down the boss's rotations without making it too unpredictable, and profit stacks up to 50% and will persist through the encounters. Is the cooldown reduction resistible on Motivate? Yes. Unlike most other characters, his cooldown reduction can be resisted by the enemy team. Question, why does he revive? He doesn't come back to life in the movies. His revive is mostly based on how slippery a separatist he is. He managed to escape almost every time he is captured. Can Newt Gunray be revived more than once? Yes, but not from his unique. Viceroy Reach. Viceroy Reach only allows him to revive the first time he is defeated. Well, I mean, those are questions I had on my mind. So if you guys want to read this is from, the main Star Wars Galaxy Heroes forums.
The main question is, when is the next time he's getting nerfed?
What? What did you say?
Or Newt. Just every time.
Did we do shout-outs? Did you guys do all the shout-outs of people?
Mm-hmm. I did the water.
Okay, there you go. Very nice. Sorry about that. Comcast, I'm going to kill them. I mean, it's just going to be a bloody massacre. Don't worry, guys. Loki's building me a new lightsaber, a real one this time, and I'm going to go to town. So, force choking, force lightning is going to be a brutal thing. I mean, I kind of figured out how extortion worked and some of this stuff, but I guess players had questions about it. I mean, seems pretty cut and simple. Anything you guys want to add to this post or say something about Loki? Or wait, wasn't Rose Taco in here before I got disconnected?
He came in here to see if you disconnected and then kind of left.
Well, damn it, Rose. Is Ranger here? No. Well, God, I'm leaving. What the hell? Oh, Christ. So, all right. Anything you guys want to say about this?
No, I'm good. I think it's still early. Too early to tell right now.
Okay. What's next on the agenda there, Finn of Doctorness?
Ye old meta report.
Oh, the meta report. Hey, everybody. Harry Carey here for the meta report. Today it's brought to you by Comcast. Comcast, when you want okay internet and to be disconnected and actually get to use your services, go with Comcast. With the new Xfinity services, you'll feel like you've been hosed. And I mean hosed, like you were in the backyard and they came in with that big old fire engine and just blew your skin off the muscle. So, hey, Comcast, we sort of care about you, but not really. Coms win! All right, let's go to the meta report. I don't know. I'm gonna go out on a limb here, Finn. It's relevant.
A boring meta.
Do we need to really go into this? Loki, is there anything you want to say about other than this is ridiculous, boring?
No, it is what it is.
Yeah, it's not good. It's pretty boring. It's bad.
There is one little change we can talk about. Third place is now Padme instead of CLS.
Oh well, I mean it
So
represents.
we are seeing some people use
1%.
Padme now. Again, it's just 1%, but we are seeing a little bit more use of Padme, which is nice. I think the Padme Galactic Republic team is actually
It's
really
a
fun
good team.
So I'm actually working on that. Mine isn't quite ready yet.
Yeah,
but
I'm
I
doing the same.
faced a couple, and they're nasty if you underestimate them. Holy crap! That Padme, the Padme unique is probably one of the most annoying abilities in the game.
Yeah, I'm
Where if you
trying to say to that
assist
next.
somebody
Yeah,
out of turn, then you're just giving them the extra protection. That is one of the most annoying things in the game.
yeah.
It's like Nest, right? I mean, it's a whole squad of Nests.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Super annoying.
Little buggers, so beautiful. Do we really want to mention Fleet? Fleet's worse. No, let's not do it. Let's not even.
Yeah.
If you know what,
worse and worse.
if they don't care, we don't care, right? I mean, I'm not going to sit there and talk about stuff like this when, I mean, come on, CG, this is crazy. You cannot look at these numbers and be satisfied with this. What the hell is going on? I don't understand the logic. Okay, try to play devil's advocate with me here, Finn. You're CG. What is the point of this?
You want me to take an actual guess?
Best educated guess, because I don't understand this. I mean, it's not
stale meta with characters that eventually everyone's going to be able to get means that everyone has an opportunity to get the crystals from Squeeze. You can beat other MILF teams with a MILF, even if your MILF is slower. Now, you need to know how to properly use them. You need to know Cassian versus Phantom and which ones to bring in. So you can beat a MILF versus a MILF even with a slower MILF. But effectively, and I don't know that this is what they're trying to do, but I'm just, you're making me play devil's advocate. The one thing I could say is that both the Darth Revan meta and the MILF meta, given another few months when the events return, will end up making it so that all players should be able to get rank 1. And then it's a matter of your will to do it, right? Which I don't think is what you want in the game. I think the competitive atmosphere is, and to some extent they've said this, which is part of the reason why I went there with the argument, which is that they're making it so Grand Arena is the actual competitive part in Galaxy of Heroes. It's no longer Squad Arena, right? And so Grand Arena is their competitive mode, meaning that Squad Arena is now just crystal acquisition, and that's what they're trying to control it as.
But even
so
if they get these characters
to get rank 1 now, that's just what they
but
can do.
Then we get to the whole mod thing again. So I mean, I just don't understand.
But mods mean less in Fleet, right? Because all you need is
sure.
5 dots or 6.
But even then, it's it's ridiculous.
Like I said, I'm not saying it's the right thing, but I'm just saying that potentially now, because the metas are so stale, that everyone has a chance to get to rank 1.
Yeah, I just don't
understand.
understand.
If they get these characters, meaning Darth Revan, Malik, and Milk. If you can get those 3 characters, you have a shot at getting rank 1 in both Squad Arena and Fleet Arena.
Yeah, but this has an impact on Grand Arena too.
Mods is a big issue, right? I'm not a big fan of Grand Arena in general. Not that I don't play it, but I'm not a big fan of it. But that is what they're trying to build as their competitive game mode, and you see that with the upcoming Grand Arena Championships that they talked about in their road ahead. So we're seeing that move in that Grand Arena direction for more competition. But now all Squeeze is just crystal acquisition, so you want to try and push in that direction.
Well, that was the Devil's Advocates. This deep thought Devil's Advocate position was brought to you by Mental Damage. Yes, Mental Damage. You can buy
AKA
it.
CG Finity.
Yeah, there you go. Not Brock Finity, because he gives us the real news. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. When they start caring, I'll start caring more about the meta. Just ridiculous. So, all right, moving on. Enough of that garbage. All right, next we got the, if I'm looking at this right, Galactic Upgrade Kit purchase issues, right? I'm on the right one, right, Finn?
You are, but before you talk about that, I do want to make a little announcement for everyone.
Oh, you're pregnant.
Well, You weren't supposed
When
to tell people.
when is the porg due?
I wasn't ready to tell people.
I know you and Wicked have been trying for a long time.
Okay, now that's getting creepy. Okay.
You're the one that sleeps with these things. I'm just saying.
So, June 19th to the 23rd, I will be in Chicago.
Oh.
I will be there for work purposes, but there will be some free time. So, if you guys are in the area and would like to meet up on the RSG Discord, send a message to Cybershark, and he is helping me kind of coordinate some of the events. I think we're planning something Wednesday night and
Cool.
then Sunday afternoon
Excuse me,
before my
guys.
flight. So, if you guys are in the area, make sure you hop on the RSG Discord and message Cybershark. I would love to meet everyone and anyone that is in the area.
Yeah,
and
go
wants
see
to come
Finn.
back.
Say hi. I know Finn's going to visit with Stu, and that's going to be amazing. And there you go. Where is Farquhar since she likes port? I don't know what Farquhar's doing. She's probably being Farquhari, doing what she does. Let's see here. Galactic Upgrade kit purchases. But before we do that, if you guys are in the Chicago area, Finn's coming to a city near you. You can hang out with Finn. And I would like you all to feed as much alcohol in him as possible. It's a wonderful sight. All right, Galactic Upgrade kit purchases issue. This is from the lovely CJ Carey. We love CJ Carey. She says, "Hi all. We are aware of purchasing issues with the Galactic Upgrade kit and are seeking information to resolve. There have been some reports of it not being purchasable for some, and for others, a pricing discrepancy. Some people are seeing it for $6.99 US when the price is set for $7.99. So we're reaching out to get more information. Because this may involve contacting groups outside of the studio over the weekend because the area is lower than the list price, we may end up resolving it tomorrow, not today. We'll keep you posted as we find out more information." And then I think the next post covers what they did. Dr. Finn? He was Finn?
Sorry, what was that?
Thanks for paying attention. Would you like to play the game along with the rest of us? Are we going to the next post after this? Because I think this is...
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, so then we had an update from CG Crom. He said, "Hi, folks. There was an issue over the weekend with the Galactic Upgrade kit having the incorrect price listed on the Android store. The price on Android will be updated to the correct amount of $7.99 shortly. Also, it should be noted that the pack description is incorrect. The pack is only purchasable once in the period of time it is offered, not once per day. Apologies for any confusion. We will not be issuing any refund for the differential. If the error had resulted in an increase to the price, we would have refunded those players. However, since it was a discount, we will not be providing any compensation. As a reminder, we do not do any sort of price testing, such as showing one group of players one price, another group a different price. This was an error, Crom. I'm fine with that. I got it for $6.99. Bought it live on the stream. We had some kind people in Guzza and I'm trying to remember what it was. This was like a couple days ago or last weekend.
For
last
those
week.
of you guys that are iOS users, I'm going to tell you right now that iOS users actually have an advantage.
Yes.
And the reason is that iOS have the ability to access Android emulators. Android don't really have iOS emulators. And it's not the first time that Android has gotten something a little bit better than iOS. But
Google, baby.
now, in Galaxy of Heroes, you can link your iOS to an emulator. And so you could have, and I checked on my account, you are able to then go into your emulator and purchase said $6.99 pack on your Android emulator, and then hop on to your iOS device and then get a $6.99 pack, right? You don't purchase it from your iOS, you purchase it for the emulator. So it's one of the benefits of iOS in that you actually have access to both of them, both Android and iOS deals. And Android only have access to Android, right? So take advantage of it. If you guys haven't, make sure that you do link your account. It links through Facebook. So make sure that you do link that account and then set up an emulator, your BlueStacks or your Mimu or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
Link it up and just keep that in the back for whenever something like this happens again. And it has happened before, and I'm sure it'll happen again.
That's science, Finn.
It is.
It is. I'm trying to pull up Facebook so I can get to the live. It's not letting me do it. Come on, Facebook. Cooperate with
crap.
me.
I was not streaming to Facebook while you were gone because I streamed directly.
I know
to
it's
YouTube and
streaming
then-
now, but I'm just going to pull it up. So
I apologize to all the people in Facebook. My
That's
setup is
okay.
only set up right now to stream to YouTube.
See, there it is.
So-
You can hear me in the background.
I was
There we go.
streaming to Facebook while you
No,
were gone.
go mute, stupid Facebook. All right. I'm there now. So if you guys are in Facebook, hi. Alrighty then. BlackBerry. Oh my God. All right. Next thing on the yield agenda is questions for an upcoming Q&A. Hi, Holotable Heroes. This is from CG Salacious Speak from. Have a question you've been dying to ask the developers? We are gathering questions for an upcoming dev Q&A. Stay tuned to the forums for the announcement of the date and time of the Q&A. As always, we won't be answering questions about legal issues, monetization. We will X character, be comfortable to the game, etc. Click the link to submit your questions. Now, I didn't do this. Did you? Any of you guys do this?
I did.
You did?
What is it?
The survey.
Yep.
Did you
I
take
submitted a question.
Did you take the survey?
It's not really
No,
a survey.
I
It's
didn't.
through SurveyMonkey, but all they ask you for is one question and your forum name. That's it.
Did you put in there why does God have feet?
No. I
Oh,
asked
well,
them
I
when are they
just-
going to remove the cap on number of mods you can have.
Okay. Did you make sure you put your name, Finity, from RSG?
I did put Finity in there.
Okay, maybe they'll take it more seriously because it's from you, Dr.
No, it's probably
Finn.
one they deleted. I'm sure Carrie's like, okay.
She's like, yeah,
Ranger-
Finn, yeah, Ranger, Finn, those two potato heads. We can't have any of that poison reaching through here. We don't want their filthy influence reaching us.
Yeah, so for those of you guys that didn't know, if you go into the dev announcements, I think it's like, and I can't check right now, but I believe it's like the fourth post from the top as it stands today, as we're talking. There is a post saying upcoming Q&A, questions for an upcoming Q&A. And so if you go in there, they talk about how they're going to be doing kind of a Q&A session, and you just go to the SurveyMonkey and you fill it out, and they'll do it. And just kind of as a suggestion, we've done it before. Just saying, Harry, Crom, if you guys would like to be on, we can host the Q&A for you.
Yes, we love you guys. We love having you on. We've had devs and done stuff like that before. We're very good interviewers, Finn. I'm just saying.
It's true. We were nice to Carrie.
We do, and we love Carrie. You and her are like Twitter buddies and stuff. So, so I think that's it for what we have for news, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, it was a pretty quiet week.
It was a very quiet week. Yeah,
we went from a very bad week
to a very
to
good
a pretty
week.
good-
I mean, there was a pretty good week. I mean, they did a lot of good stuff, and there was a lot of good information. I've been very happy with CG. I mean, the mod thing was standing. That's just been an ongoing long-term issue, right? In arena, things of that nature. But the stuff that they are trying to do with the matchmaking and everything else has been really thumbs up for CG, and I have been singing their praises. And when we've talked about the stuff that they've been doing, it's been really positive. I'm hopeful. You know, I want to be hopeful. And I want to believe that because of what I'm seeing with the feedback and things that they're saying that they're trying to do. I mean, that pack, you know, for $6.99 or even at $7.99, that pack was effing amazing. I think that's the best pack they've ever put out. Can you guys think of another one that for that price with that kind of stuff in there? Can you think of a better pack than that? That was crazy good.
No, the probably the most recent one was probably the Dooku pack for like $5 a long time ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, recently that's probably the best value pack they've put out.
Amazing pack. I mean, it was here and gone like that, like a fart in the wind. But why was there? It was super, super amazing. Why is my phone going crazy? It's probably Comcast saying, "Hey, we got your Thurthith fixed." It is. Thanks Comcast for nothing. But yeah, I've been pleasantly surprised. It's been more of a positive, good, things moving in the right direction kind of thing. So let's keep it going. You know, I mean, there was a pricing discrepancy, but it was for the less. So I mean, save $1. You can go to the dollar menu at McDonald's. I'm just saying. I ate that crap, but I don't eat McDonald's. Do you eat McDonald's, Loki?
No, I don't.
Good man. We know Finn does, so I'm not even going to ask. But I think your thing is Chick-fil-A more, right, Finn?
if given the choice, I mean, yes, but it depends. I have different moods, right? So, Chick-fil-A is definitely one. Taco Bell, definitely another, and then Arby's.
Arby's is pretty good too.
And those are on the cheaper end, right? Like I'm
Arby's is kind of pricey. Taco Bell's
it
not.
It depends what you get, but yeah. But I mean, I like the sliders and some curly fries, and I'm usually pretty good. But or their turkey gyro. Their turkey gyro is really good. But the other stuff like Zaxby's and stuff is a little more expensive, but I do love that as well. But if you're looking on the lower cost side, then Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, nah. Chick-fil-A, Taco Bell, and Arby's probably.
All right. So we got everything covered. Remember, guys, we're back. So if you want to do donations and fill the cup of Lord Vader and see porgs and poop-filled baby rangers and pickles, and if you have ideas of things that you'd like us to put in there, we can change it up. I mean, everyone loves the baby ranger, but I mean, if you want to see something different for the big donations or something other than porgs, let us know. We're glad to change it up all the time. So we've actually changed it from when it first started. We had chicken grandes, but there's lots of fun stuff we're trying to do while we're streaming. If you like to donate, feel free to fill the cup of Lord Vader. He's thirsty. He needs stuff in his cup. Shaken, not stirred. And there you go. So, hey, look what it is. It's Operation Metaverse. Man, we're getting some stars out here tonight. We got Darth Microtransaction hanging out. We got Operation Metaverse. A lot of great people. I think I don't even know Stoner's watching this, but I'm sure Stoner Jedi Anxiety Takedown's there. Urs was on earlier today, being Urs. Love all those guys. You should check out their content. It's wonderful stuff. We pimp everybody's stuff as much as we can. Operation Metaverse always has great stuff. It's probably good old Maurice being very Carolinish right now.
Or T-Money.
I don't think it's T-Money. I think it's most of the time it always turns out to be GOM. It's usually GOM. T-Money will come in here as T-Money and be like, yo, what's up, eh? Canadian time, eh? Doja-san is in the house. There you go. So there we go. All right, Finn, we could get to... Wait a minute, hold on. Maz Kanata just noted $20. She said, Taco Time, it's a Pacific Northwest thing. I am not from the Pacific Northwest. Loki, you're California, you're the closest thing. What the hell does that mean? We have Pooffield Baby Rangers coming in from the wonderful Maz Kanata. Here it comes. Oh my God, Jesus. Oh God. They're starting to fill up fast. But I don't... What does that mean, Taco Time?
It's Taco Time, man.
Is it a place? I'm assuming it's...
Is it a place?
No, it's in Oregon. There's a fast food chain called Taco Time.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't think I've ever been to Oregon. One of the few states I've not been to. So,
I'm sorry. The best thing in the Pacific Northwest area is Voodoo Donuts. That's my...
Again, not been there, so I don't know.
Voodoo Donuts is so
I do
awesome.
know about In-N-Out Burgers. Yes, one day we'll visit Loki in California and we shall eat plenty.
They have them in Vegas. We can go to Vegas and get In-N-Out.
Listen,
it's there.
I don't want to really go to Vegas, Loki. I more want to just visit California, hang out with you, and do nerd shit. If you know what I'm saying. Because listen, I've done some things in Vegas that I just don't want to ever talk about.
California's good.
I was young. Down. I was in the Army. Let's just say, when they say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, thank baby Jesus. So, of course, I did some things in Europe that I just don't want to talk about.
I doubt I will be able to, Loki, but there's potentially a chance I can swim by Vegas at the end of June, but I'm not sure yet. It's very low chance. There's a conference there, but since I'm going to something the week before, I don't think that...
Yeah, I want to try In-N-Out.
One, but I'll try.
Just come to California. You said you were going to come to San Diego. What's going on in San Diego?
I think we're
that's
planning...
later.
That's part of our world domination plan, Loki. Oh, oops! I wasn't supposed to say anything. Oh no. All right, so let's get to the Twitter responses. I think that's where we're at, right? And then we'll get the questions. Are you in a position to do the questions, or I need to scoop those up, Finn? I've got Nightbot open right now.
I think I can get to them. Bear with me here.
If not, let me know.
Okay.
I had set it up for Watto, and, well, we know what happened.
Oh, T-Money says that Taco Time is in Canada, too.
Well, that's where they take their tacos, and they put the old maple syrup on there. Oh, hey, Thing Kyrell says, so Ranger, what did you do in Vegas? Not a damn chance in hell you will ever find out, my friend. Or the Red Light District, or in Europe, or any of that stuff. Or Pleasant Point in New Jersey. Let's just say...
Okay, so I think I have the responses.
It's wonderful. Just wonderful things I did. But things of a carnal nature that I'm just not getting into. I have partied all over the world. I'll just put it to you that way. I've had myself a good time. That's how it works when you're in the military. You fight wars, you bust your ass, and then you go and party like you have no tomorrow.
All right. So we have. I'll have to refresh here, but I have some responses here.
Okay.
Loki, do you want to be our judge today?
Yes, let's let Loki be the judge. Loki is. Let's just be honest. Loki is. He's smooth. He's cavalier. He's a sexy Buddha.
Judge of what?
The Twitter responses.
Twitter responses. You can pick your three favorite. Okay. So the first response: how long have you known about the issues with mod swapping in Grand Arena, and how long would you have kept quiet about it if Darth microtransaction hadn't forced your hand? There is zero chance they're ever answering that one. There's
wow.
There's no chance. What, you think they would?
No. Are you crazy?
All right. The next one.
Hell, even I would be like, well, see what had happened was, and I would just give this crazy response. You know, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. You have to speak up. Next question.
All right. Next question. 98% Revan Arena. I guess when you said diverse arena meta, you meant Jedi Revan and Darth Revan, right?
Right. Okay. Don't think that's making there.
Next one. What in the F were you people thinking with this current squad arena meta? One speed faster equals a guaranteed PvP victory, telling people that they're expected to spend $5,000 a month? Seriously?
Yeah, I don't think that's ever making that on there. It's part of the monetization thing. They said no. So that's not happening.
Does the 4,000 to 5,000 CG expects us to spend a year come with a company car and stock options?
Again, under the monetization clause, we can't answer that.
I'm going to clean this one up a little bit, but how far up your butt is your head?
That's more of a legal issue thing, so I don't think they're going to respond to that as well. Oh, look, speaking about someone that has their head up their butt all the time, Grande Pappy frickin' Patron. Look at that. Look at that Puddin'.
Hey, what's up, Puddin'?
Hey, what's going on, man? Where the hell have you been? Look like you got some sun. Too much time in the pool?
Something like that. My lamp's all messed up. Hold on.
Well, you been on vacation? What's been up with you, man? We haven't seen you forever, bro.
Like 4 days, 3 days.
That's a long time in Grande world, man. Jesus, it's been so quiet and shit. It's like, what happened to Grande? I don't know, pool.
It's just the end of school, man. Lots of end of school stuff, man.
I know, it's a busy time. I was talking to my brother about that the other day. He was telling me about next week. It's funny, you know, and I'm sure you go through this too, Grande. Kids get out of school, but that doesn't mean the fun stops because they're in their summer and they're busy doing summer crap. There's sports and all kinds of activities going on that keeps you busy, you know. So it's just you think you're getting it's actually seems like it's more busy than when they're in school.
Agreed.
So, but now, Grande, you're going to have to keep the chitlins with you when you go to the pool and put them in the other end of the pool in case they pee in the pool.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want that anywhere near your rugged good looks.
Yeah, something like that.
There you go. Yeah, that's right. That is CG's Carrie's Cabana Boy right there. Grande Pappy Patron. So, all right, let's do some more of the Twitter responses, and then we'll get to questions.
There was one more that came in at the end, but that's pretty much it. It says Coke or Pepsi?
Dr. Pepper. Oh, for CG, I don't know if they would ever. Yeah, I think that gets more into which character will be coming to the game. They can't answer that.
Let's see if I can. So it's not the best thing, but I'll show it. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, it says
The
Coca-Cola.
new orange vanilla Coca-Cola.
Orange vanilla, you communist.
It is awesome. It's like a Coke orange cream soda. It's friggin' fantastic.
And what? You got a problem, bro. You got a problem with sugar, dude. You seriously do.
I don't have a problem with it. I love it.
Twinkie. What do you? Just because you love it doesn't mean it's not an issue, man. Finn, I'm worried about you, man. You're gonna have like a stroke, diabetes, and all kinds of sugar-related symptoms here in the next 5 years. You'll be like Cartman sitting in the bed, following your dreams. Beefcake. Such a beefcake ass. How do you do it, Finn? You have such a sexy body. What's going on? Well, I eat a pack of Twinkies a day. I drink a bunch of orange soda, and
this one time at band camp.
Yeah, there's that. Yeah, so I'm just looking out for you, Finn. All right. So out of all those, Loki, if you had one or two that stood out to you for those Twitter ones, what would you pick?
I do like the Darth microtransaction.
I love that one.
That was pretty good. That was really...
Darth microtransaction will be always a pimp mother effort as far as I'm concerned for doing that. That dude gets mad street cred for me for doing that. And I will defend him to the day I die. And if anybody ever attacks that dude, I'll be the first on the front lines being like, shut the F up. Seriously. You can come take me on first, and you go handle my boy Darth microtransaction. Not only do we have the Ginger connection, but we got the Galaxy Heroes connection. He's younger. I'm always big brother to everybody, so deal with this one before you go deal with that one. So there you go. But yeah, that's got to be the straight pimpinest stuff in this game I've ever seen. That was balls to the walls, hardcore. I will always respect Darth microtransaction for that. That was straight up pimp. All right. We got all that in. We've got a Grande with us. We've got Loki with us.
The Darth microtransaction, by the way, was by Hogzilla.
Oh, Hogzilla knows what's up.
Good job.
Yeah, straight pimping. All right, so we got Grande, we got Loki, we got me, we got Finn. Finn, it's time for questions. It's time for Q&A. That's what the fans are here for. So let's do this.
I don't have access to the question, so...
Oh, you want me to do it? Okay, that's what I asked.
I can't do any...
that's all right. I got it. I will do it. I will take care of this. So let me just do that. There we go. I got this, yo. That's a lot of questions. Where did this come from? Oh, let me look at the timestamps on these. Okay. Wow. All right. Let's see. First one from Can't Touch This. Question: do we get to see your lovely Tiss McVenom tonight? No, she didn't quite make it, looks like, so that's all right. She's just getting back from vacation, dealing with La Familia, so she's a busy guy.
I mean, lady. She's a busy lady.
She is a very busy lady. Let's see here. Blackbeard Premium. Arr. Fun fact, I did his wife's roster the other day. Yes, I did. I think that was the one I did. So glad I could help. Question: it's Wednesday. Isn't there usually some type of update today? Nah, we have these moments this weeks where, like, mid-month where it's just not a lot going on, and
I'm fine with them chilling, to be honest.
They've been kicking it out of the park all day.
I'm worried.
Are you? I'm not.
We have we know that we have a new TV coming, and we have Grand Arena Championships coming.
Well,
so we have a couple of big things that are just around the horizon, so I'm hoping that everything goes well with those. So hence the word.
Maybe the reason why they're not talking a lot is because they're testing a lot.
Exactly.
Ooh.
That's why I'm just worried, because I don't want anything bad to happen after they had that week of corrections last week and everything was good. Yeah. I'm fine with the quiet week, but it almost feels
more
history like the quiet before the storm. Right?
But if they're testing more, I'll wait longer because I want this stuff to work.
Mm-hmm.
Me too.
Take your time, CG. I am in no rush. Don't rush this crap. I know it's in the first quarter coming up, but yeah. Let's see. Hogzilla question: what are everyone's thoughts on this current GA defense configuration? I think seeing everything right away takes away some of the excitement.
That's yeah.
It does. It does. It's more of a mono.
like it.
It's a 1v1. Your best versus my best. What do you got? Kind of
Exactly.
thing.
It goes so much faster. Like, you see everything. You know what you want to go in with, and
it's different.
It makes it so that you're not spending exorbitant amount of time trying to figure out. Yeah, let me attack this one and see.
I like that. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. I just prefer.
I love that. I love the strategy of it. You know,
I like the strategy too. I'm with Ranger on this one.
But everybody has something different, right? There's different ways we like, games to kind of attack us in the head. How we, want to try to approach puzzles or anything other kind of things. Everybody's different, so it's cool. Hellenix question: why is Finity saying Urza sucks? Because Finity's a troll. All right, let's change it. I don't want to get Finn in trouble. So when we get done here,
you're not going to get me in trouble. Urza's not going to believe you.
All right, let's do a science experiment. Let's do a science experiment. Everyone, as soon as I tell you, we're going to end the stream. We're going to go right to Urza's here in about 5 minutes. I want everybody to stop what they're doing, and you can pull up Urza's stream at the same time and just put. We'll wait about 9:40 because he starts his introductions and everything. We'll wait about then. Someone can monitor Urz while we're doing this and just let me know when the opportune time is, and I'll just send everybody over saying, Urz, Finity said you suck, or Urz says Finity, or Finity says Urz sucks. There we go. All right, next question, Athena Morgan. Why is Watto muted? He is a revered member of the RSG team. Watto was muted when? Who muted Watto? Was it not coming through?
I don't think he was muted.
Yeah, I don't think he's muted, but we'll check on that. I love Watto. Then Cairo. Question for RSG leader Finity. I'm not going to read the rest of this because that is wrong.
Grande, do you know the context behind that?
I mean, that is just wrong.
It's because of the ACS page, because I was setting everything up with the ACS, so they had to put a team leader. So they just assigned me as the team leader because I was setting everything up. And if you went to our ACS page on the for the run for last year, or this year I should say, it said the team leader was Finity. So since then they just been calling me RSG leader Finity. So stupid.
So anyway, for RSG leader Finity, how would you like the new capital ships to be released? Marquee, legendary, raid reward, or something new? I would give this to one of you other guys, but it's only for leader Finity. I have a feeling he's not going to
like my actual response, but the way I would want to see it released is I want to see 2 capital ships. I want to see them being opposing capital ships. So I would like to see a First Order and a Resistance. And the first one I would like as a marquee. And then the next one I would like as a legendary, requiring that ship that was used as a marquee. So that would be the way that I would go about it.
All right. Next question. Let's go to Loki. Blackbeard Premium. Question. Have you guys seen the Knights of Ren pick? What's your thoughts of the impact it will have on Star Wars Galaxy Heroes? Loki, go.
Shoot. Who do you unlock? I mean, what? There's going to be
all 5 of the Knights of Ren. Think if they came to the game, Loki.
Well, then they do 6v6, man, with Kylo at the lead.
I know, right?
I don't know.
Think of the possibilities, and they're evil like us, Loki.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what Kylo you have now. Well, you have armored Kylo because he's got that cool armored suit.
That's true.
So,
someone say Kylo Ren.
I mean, it's 5 money grabs, I guess, potentially.
Full Loki for you would be full.
I raise you your money grab, and I raise you 2 money grabs.
I will give you 400 portions.
8 money grabs.
Portions. All right. Now, next question for Grande. Blackbeard Premium. Primary stat defense on a cross or arrow. What's the point? Who would ever get it?
Oh, so a lot of characters can do with extra defense. We've talked about this a bunch of times. Characters that are low on defense, certain characters do better with defense than they do with with protection. So you can either take a character that already has low defense. Let's take a character like Holdo, for example, Amelin Holdo. She could use that, or characters that do something else based on defense. Let me give you another example. Kylo Crew would be a great character for defense because he
I love
augments
defense on Sith Trooper.
More Kylo Ren.
because he augments it. So
Kylo Ren's the best.
there's a lot of characters that you can use that that would do well with defense.
All right,
Great.
here we go. Next question. We'll go to, let's see here. Well, I mean, DB has one. I'll kind of throw this out there, everybody. DB says, question, just saw Mobile Arnold's video about sales spent on Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. Can CG turn the ship around? I haven't seen that one yet. I heard about it. What was their source and information that they used for this?
No
Anybody
idea.
seen it? I haven't seen it yet.
I have no interwebs, so it's kind of hard for me to watch that stuff right now.
Okay, well, we don't really know. We'll have to get back to you on that, DB, because I've got to watch it. I mean, someone told me about it. I'm like, I've got to see the video and see what they're quoting. I don't think CG is a privately traded company, right? They're not public.
No,
right?
they are public because
They are public now? Okay.
Well,
Well,
CG
here-
is an EA.
EA
is, but
and,
CG
and
isn't.
CG is a solely owned subsidiary of EA. So you got to look at, but they don't publish the data. People are This is like you going onto a website and them predicting what like RSG's income is from YouTube. They're using an analytics to do it,
Okay.
which means it's not actually accurate or correct.
It's a guesstimation, educated guess.
It's an educated guess, and my guess is that it's wrong.
Could be.
Whatever it is, it's not right. So let's just go ahead and we already know it's not that number. And if they say sales are down, what are they basing that off of? Does
Yeah,
that
I'd
make
like to
sense?
see what they're basing
So-
that information off of. It's an interesting subject, but
Yeah, I don't think that you're going to. I think that when you really dive into it, you're going to find that it's more inaccurate than you think.
okay. Thane Kyrell. Well, Loki, Grande, me, we'll just take a break for a moment because for RSG leader Finity, CG gets a road ahead. Since you are the RSG leader, do you have a teaser for what we can expect from RSG in the next few months? Yeah, what do we have planned for the next month? Oh, great leader of ours.
I am sure you will have some videos of us doing our Grand Arena Championship, primarily Ranger, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
And then
Primarily, you'll
Once we get
see
the
me
hang
on
of
a lot. I'm pretty much on all the time. So we've got that. So Ranger will be on there. We know that. So what else?
and
Their
then
leader.
TB, whatever the new TB is, we'll
Yeah,
definitely
we'll show
start
that.
making
Yeah, we'll
some
show
videos
that.
on that and our strategies and all that.
We had videos planned. We've recorded a lot of stuff, but Finn has let us all down. I'm just throwing that out
That's
there.
right.
That's your leader for you. Thane Kyrell. Another question for RSG leader Finity. Jesus Christ. What does the next ship meta need to look like in order for it to beat and hold against the current Rebel meta?
Well, the current Rebel meta is going to be broken by like a daze. If there's an AoE daze or like a reduction in assist bonuses, then that pretty much ends this meta.
Yeah.
So that's probably what we're going to be looking at. I think.
Actually, just
It needs an AoE dispel. That's what it means.
Well, we had that with
Well,
Cassian.
we
AoE
already
dispel
have it.
works too.
We already have an AoE dispel,
Well,
but if you
non-bench, non-reinforcement.
Yeah, but it's
Oh, okay.
reinforcement. That's the
like a
problem.
base equivalent of a ship.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Who knows?
No, like another ship that's like Han's Millennium Falcon that has a dispel on a basic
But
or
that's
dispel on the AoE.
side.
That's all it needs.
All right. Dark Side Ranger J 1999. We'll go to the Brown.
how about
Gandalf.
that? Okay, I thought the question was for you.
No, it's just from Dark Side Ranger J 1999. This is
Oh,
my
okay.
dark side that
Okay.
I don't even know anything about. That's asking a question, and we're going to give it to you, Brown Gandalf.
I got you now.
Didn't I ask whether CG shot themselves in the foot regarding fluffing affecting spending? If anyone thinks wells aren't fluffing when they spend money to gear up Mob Enforcer, then you're higher than I am.
Most people probably don't spend money to gear Mob Enforcer.
You'd be surprised.
They just don't have anything left
I know, it's like, I'm bored.
to spend their money on.
Yeah. Another question for damn there are a lot of questions for RSG Leader Finity. What the hell is going on here? All right, RSG Leader Finity from Thane Kyrell. Have you chosen what RSG's next charity campaign will be? It seems that the ACS is still in love with you guys. They are
Oh,
still
we
in love
love
with
the
us.
ACS, but we haven't officially decided yet. We're still figuring some logistics and stuff out, so
Yeah.
Nothing official yet.
Nothing official yet.
But everything is looking good with the ACS, but in terms of the actual event, we haven't decided yet.
When we get through all these damn questions for our Supreme Leader here, Finidoodle, I'll get one for you, Loki. Oh, look, another question for Supreme Leader Dum Dum. With Geonosis coming soon and the potential of getting Gear 13, should players be focused on taking more tunes to Gear 12? Also, would Gear 13 make Gear 11 tunes irrelevant? It's not going to be Gear 13, guys. I'm saying it to the high heavens. It'll be 90. They ain't taking Gear 13. They're going 90.
I don't think
12.75. That's what it is.
They're going 90, baby. Get ready.
Grande and I have discussed this before. Gear 13 would break the game.
Basically.
It would.
Gear 13
At
would
this
break
point,
the game.
it
And
has
you
to
have
do with-
understand why.
Yeah.
The basic concept is that right now, the way mods work, all of the percentage stats and everything, they only include the stats of the gear that has been incorporated into the character. And by that, I mean if you're at Gear 12, the 5 pieces that you can put at Gear 12 are not included in the percentage stats that are calculated.
Correct.
So, for example, when we look at speed, I always subtract the speed that you have at your current gear level, and that's how I'm able to get the accurate number. What happens at Gear 13 is that all of the Gear 12 and Gear 12 Plus mods will get incorporated into the characters. Have you seen the stats on those? Health would be super ridiculous. Speed would be super ridiculous. You're going to end up with broken stats because of percentages, and mods will have been the reason for it. So what I think is happening, and they may introduce 6 out of 6 Gear 12 without the ability to go to Gear 13.
So the upgrade button is grayed out.
Yeah. But I think what they're going to do, and they've set this up, is that gear is probably going to be maxed out at 6 out of 6 Gear 12. I think they will introduce a 6th piece, but not give you the option to go to Gear 13. And mods is the wave of the future, right? They have it all set up so you can go from 6E to next 6D, which they can put as a reward from a raid. They can go to 6C, 6B, 6A, and then push to 7. So they have mods essentially
Or
lined up as the way
6Q.
to progress in this game.
Nothing. I was kind of for the 6Q level of mod.
But yeah, I think it's mods that are going
Oh,
to
for
be
Christ's
the
sakes.
game,
You know what,
but-
guys? Go get some drinks or something. We got stupid questions for Finn the rest of the time, it looks like. I'm skipping some just to give Loki a question. This is ridiculous.
I mean, the thing though is that Finity is right. People that tell you Gear 13 are coming haven't really thought it through. The Gear 13 problem is worse than the capital ship problem with the game.
Yeah.
For everybody who's like, why don't we have a new capital ship? There is a series of reasons as to why we don't have a new capital ship. But I am going to tell you that if we did get a new capital, the capital ship portion is broken, but so is the Gear 13 thing is seriously broke. So what it means is an overall rebalance. We would basically have to go through what we did with, like, remember whenever we had the whole like characters, we had the whole ships 2.0. We would literally have to go through and rebalance all the characters in order to do that.
I don't really want to think about it. It makes my head
I'm
hurt.
just, I mean, I'm not trying to be a negative.
No, you're
Nancy
not.
about
You're
it,
that's a
but
perfect thing. It's just thinking about it causes.
a lot of people would get overly stressed about it because that means things that they had spent time in would now not be good anymore.
No.
And things that they things that they had never spent on, it would be another, it would, like I said, it would just be an issue, man. And I'm not saying that it's a bad thing to do for the overall health of the game, but I could see it coming.
All right.
But you have to be nerdy to understand it.
Yeah,
to understand
but we're ridiculous. All right, I'm trying to find one for you, Loki, but there's just a bunch of, so just hang tight, buddy. Just grab some drinks,
all right.
some soup, or whatever. So ND
That's work
Fox.
for me, brother.
Question for Dr. Finn, Medicine Woman, the mental damaged one. Why wouldn't matchmaking only happen once? For initial matchups, then based on your record, I'd like to face someone with much higher GP if I'm more skilled.
Well, it would happen once.
You're not
right?
you're not the supreme leader, Grundy. You be quiet and eat a snack.
I will pass this to Mr. Grundy.
No, you won't. It was for Dr. Finn, Medicine Woman, the troll, dum dum.
Well, let's all kind of jump in on this a little bit. So you think that you're more skilled, and so therefore that's the reason why you would be better. And I'm not going to say that you're wrong for a player. The one thing not put in here is participation level, right? So we've all seen this before. A guild that should win a TW or a GA doesn't, not because the other guild is better, but because the other guild just literally doesn't even participate in the game mode.
Yeah.
And we've all seen it, and it's kind of like strange when it happens. You're like, what the heck, But I do want to say that given the same participation level, the guild that the player with the higher GP, as long as it's not like evenly spaced and they have are like G11s or something, right? The player with the better GP, with the higher GP, should win. And if we looked at it, they probably win close to 90% of the time. I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm just saying it doesn't happen a lot.
Yeah. Think Irel just donated $2. She said, Ranger, you knew I had to get you back some way. I knew it was coming, man. That's why I'm not going cray-cray,
So the other thing about the matchmaking also is it's not just one time, right? So here's going to be the inherent problem. And I know people have discussed this, which is the ladder concept. And I think the ladder concept will work to some extent. The biggest question mark is going to be the rewards. Because what will happen is, let's just suppose you are a really lean roster at 3.2 million, right? So you do the first matchups, and you're just crushing it, right? You beat everybody that you're matched up with in the first round. You get your 3 wins, you're 3-0, you move on to the next round. Well, now you are matched up with everybody else that is 3-0, which is going to be everybody that's probably in the range, rather than from, let's say, 3.1 to 3.3, you are now going to be having people that are from 2.8 to 3.6. And so now you're facing a larger gap. Maybe you can work through everybody that's 3.6. And then you go on to the next round. Well, now you're facing everybody that is 6-0. And now you've reduced your amounts, right? Because now you're going to be increasing it to, I don't know, from 2 million to 4 million. And now you're going to start facing a GP that's just ridiculously high. And the question is, how much enjoyment do you get from facing somebody that's that much higher? And what are the rewards that are on the line? Because whenever you create a ladder system, you have to always be careful. And I'm seeing this in, we play Tactical Monsters as another game, right? And that's a ladder arena system. And one of the biggest things that we're seeing is that, and they told us about this when we first started, but if you're playing for fun, it's not as big a deal. But in the ladder system, with the way that the payouts and everything work, there's a lot of people that intentionally take losses so that they can drop to a lower level and then just get a bunch of rewards by moving up in different arenas, in different ladders, right? So ladders tend to have a way that you can effectively manipulate it.
Game the system.
Yeah. So the reason for fixing matchmaking is that maybe win-loss will be taken into account, right? There might be some weight on it, but it shouldn't be the be-all, end-all.
A better way to do it, a better way to do it would be to have some kind of a handicapping system, right? So these systems already exist, right? So you play the same people you're playing now, right? But the difference is that we've somehow handicapped the system in such a way where if you play, if you are more skilled at what you're doing, then you win the matchup. And I didn't win mine, so therefore you get to you get more points because you won. If that makes sense, like that's sort of how the system needs to work. It's this we are like the reason why we have a 200-year-old system. It's in golf, right? We basically just need to use a way where let's say Ranger's handicap is he has a handicap of like a 2. and I have a handicap of like a -2, but we could still play together, and at the end he could beat me because of the handicap.
Yeah. I like it. All right. I got more questions, so let's get through these. Thank Kyrell. Question for RSG Lead Affinity. The broken one. Have you ever considered calling Comcast or Ranger? Maybe if they hear you're one of their people, they'll actually fix his internet.
Oh God!
So
You mean a Comcast customer? I am a Comcast customer. I'll do that.
Yeah, I was trying to.
One of their people. I'm one of your people.
Hello there, back. Question. Can't touch this. Question. Should Sith ships be supplemented? We'll go to Loki on this. Can't touch this. Question. Should Sith ships be supplemented with a 6th Sith ship, or should CG stick with just the 5th Sith ship?
What? Yes.
Okay, moving on. Nathaniel Morgan. Question. How many people think they got lucky and got good mods? If so, how many people have bad mods? Where are the people on the other side of the coin?
There are people with bad mods. We review their rosters all the time.
Watch the lunch stream.
Yeah, just watch it. We review a lot of people's
and ain't
rosters
because of the lack of effort, man. It's just they're just not getting the roles.
And there's a lot of people. I mean, there are some players. Darth Hideous has great mods.
Yes.
Considering you know how little he farmed for mods. I'm not saying he never farmed for mods. I'm just saying he has really good mods.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people do not have as good of mods as him, given his same DP and given the amount of time they spent farming those mods compared to him. So you'll totally see a difference.
Question. Would you say, from Alvin Rubens, question, would you say Padme 7 stars don't necessarily require B2 anymore thanks to the Dooku and Newt rework? So if you're using those guys against Padme, you won't need B2, is what he's saying?
It's possible.
I would still use B2 though.
I would use B2. I would use
Really
B2.
good.
I would use B2
Yeah.
over the...
Yeah. Dooku will help, but I mean, effectively,
He's not-
the
yeah.
main thing. So I played around with Tier 7 to try and see what the mechanics were, so next time I could beat it. Because I didn't think my team, without a lot of RNG, and I didn't feel like just playing around with it for hours trying to get the 7-star unlock. I was fine with my 6. But in reviewing the strategy, it helps to have more dispels, right? And Sunback is a counter-attacking dispel, which then puts protection, which is a huge liability. B2 is you get full turn meter gain, and then eventually your cooldowns come up on your AoE, and then you can dispel. His kit is really good for that team. Plus, he works really well on a Grievous team. So B2 is worth the investment. I think Dooku's going to make it a lot easier, a whole lot easier next time with the way that he works out. And Nuke Gunray. Nuke Gunray's lead is going to probably make it a little bit easier too. So
the thing is, though, at this moment, even though it's still kind of wait and see, I mean, I can't imagine us telling someone, hey, you should really go all in on Nuke Gunray.
What
yeah,
did you
definitely
say?
not.
All right,
I mean,
next.
there's more to this. There's more to this rework than we've seen.
It's science.
There's also the possibility that you treat this like you did, I think, Poggle, right? Which you just
I did
throw him
a
in the lead, and you just need his leader ability maxed out, and then the gear not as important.
I mean, I literally did it with Boggle lead. I mean, which was really kind of garbagey, but it works, and it works well.
Yep. I'm just changing something real quick, and then we will rock and roll. All right. Nathaniel Morgan question: why do you think CG offered such an amazing pack? Oh, they can. I don't know. Maybe they're trying something. I don't know. It was crazy.
I thought it was a good pack.
It was an amazing pack, one of the best I've ever seen. I don't know why they put that. I mean,
I think they're trying to experiment with different
Sure.
ways to make money, and I'm fine with them experimenting with different ways to make money,
all right.
especially if they do it on the cheap.
All right, getting to the last couple questions here. Can't touch this. Question, more of a statement. Finny is a leader that delegates responsibility to Ranger. I approve. That's horse crap. That's not true. That's false. That's not science. Brandon Macabo, question. If it is Gear 13, shouldn't Grievous be the first character you upgrade? Where it's not going to be 13, so and we already discussed this.
We did already discuss it.
Yeah. Apropos Wooin, question. YouTube sucks and just notified me. How can we punish YouTube? Death is a way you can be creative in causing. I mean, 1,000 paper cuts, meteorite to the head.
Flood their financial system by donating to our super chat.
Yeah, I mean, hey.
Yeah.
Flood their financial system by donating to our super chat.
Nev.
I like it.
Nev says, question, when the straw finally breaks the camel's back and the game ends many years from now, would you stick around and play again if they started the game again from day one? Like, so a Star Wars Galaxy Heroes 2.
Depends.
I may
Are they going to
try
start it out the exact same way that they started initially?
Yeah,
Because
if it's something new, different, then maybe I'll check it out. and
I would
play
be
it.
worried about starting out with mods. It would be too RNG dependent at the beginning
Yeah.
with mods or something like that. So, I mean, honestly, for new players, that would be what worries me the most. Which is starting out as a new player and having to worry about mods as much.
Here's the deal: is most of the newer players, they progress with mods at the same level, right? And so you know, when you think about it, they only have to get 5 good ones.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you look at them and they're like, I take rank 1 with this, and I'm like, you do? And I'm like, dude, you'd never take rank 1 with that. And I'm like, you need to work on getting some better mods. And then and of course the other thing too is we're so clueless about how mods. We were so clueless about how mods worked whenever they first came out, and we're not now.
Yeah.
Well, when the mods first came out, they were like doubling up every single stat on the character.
I'm not right. I'm not talking about the mistake. I'm talking about once they figured that all out, right? Okay,
All
next
right.
question.
I got 2 more. Nathaniel Morgan question, if Darth Hideous mods are so good, why is he so angry? Well, it's the dark side of the Force. You know, unleash your anger kind of thing.
He is a pretty angry dude sometimes, though. I will give you that. But he's getting...
Excuse me. Drainage from my allergies. Era Beats question. God, that hit me hard. Give me a second. I don't know what that is. Era Beats question. As free to play, is it worth slicing white square diamonds and circle mods? You're damn right it is. I do it every day at the lunch stream.
You know, I don't do it anymore, but some people do.
You have to. You just have to. It depends. It depends on where you're at. Good point.
Free to play does not define the status of your roster. It just defines how much you spend, right? Your GP and the depth of your mods is really what's going to be critical. So if you have tier 1 mods outside of white mods, then work on those first.
Right.
White mods can potentially be good. I have a theory right now that may make mods look very weird, but I'm not. We'll talk about that at a different time. But your mod that you have are part of it. But if you have tier 1 mods, and we have a video out on this, so you can find that. But if you have a tier 1 mod, which is a purple 4, which is a purple mod with a secondary stat that has a 4 in parentheses next to it, a blue 3, a green 2, right? Those all can progress in that order from green to blue to purple to eventually a gold 5, which is effectively the God mod. And so if you have tier 1 mods, then you want to slice those first. The gray mods or the white mods all start out exactly the same. And so it's really good to slice those if you have gone through the progression of the rest of your tier 1s and potentially your tier 2s, depending on where you are. So it all depends on the status of your roster, not your spending level. Because you want to make sure whatever you do it efficiently. Whites may not be the most efficient based on where you are in your roster, but they are worth slicing depending on how long you've played, your depth of your roster, and your mod depth.
All right. Last thing from Brendan Macabo says, son of a gun at Ranger acts like I just asked that question, LOL. Well, listen, I have brain damage. I'm just going by what I see in damn Nightbot. Give me a break. So, all right, that's it. So, we're going to do our ending stuff, but stick around because when I call for it, we're all going to go jump on Urza's stream and say, Finity said Urz sucks. All right, so we're going to get ready to do that. So stay tuned. We're going to do that, but we're going to end it here, and not the meta. Stupid, dumb, stupid panel things. But we want to first shout out our gold Patreons. We love all our Patreons. We make sure that all our Patreons get recognized in the mainstream, including our goals. But we want to shout out our gold Patreons because these guys go above and beyond and really help keep the channel supported and able to put out content. So these people deserve a shout out. We love them. We love all you guys, but we really appreciate these guys' support going above and beyond the Call of Duty. So thank you very much, guys, for taking that extra step for not just being a Patreon, but being a gold Patreon. Now, our ending. We stream all the time. We live stream Monday through Friday from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. doing our lunch stream. We'll do roster previews, answer your questions. We do Grand Arenas. Grand Arenas are on Twitch, so if you haven't subscribed and followed us on Twitch, please do. Stop what you're doing right now. Hit the thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button. We got great content. Lots of stuff for you. Lots of different things that we're doing. Wednesdays, we do this stream. Saturdays, we do the Jedi Academy. We bring the best and brightest of game changers and YouTubers together to answer your questions. That's why we do it, and we love doing it. You can follow us on YouTube, on Twitter, Facebook. We're on Facebook as well. We are streaming live on Facebook. So tomorrow we'll do lunch stream. We'll do the GA first round attacks. We will also do mini roster reviews. And then Friday we're going to do, it's kind of the same thing. And then Friday afternoon at 5, we're going to do a big Battlefront 2 stream. So that'll be fun. Saturday we'll bring our normal shenanigans. All right, that's everything. So what I want everybody to do is to get ready. When I say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go, I want everybody to stop, jump over to Urz's stream and say, Finity said Urz sucks. And then we'll just take that from there. And then from there, we're going to jump in the Discord. I'm going to watch Urz. We'll hang out in the Discord with you guys for a little bit. If you haven't joined our Discord, please do. Jump in the Discord. Hang out with us in general voice chat. We'll just be hanging around. So there we go. So, yeah, I pretty much stream all the time, Jason. Oh, that's correct. All right. Are we all ready? Let's get ready to make the move. Prepare yourselves. So do this in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And we'll see you next time. Peace.